Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a PSA return. So I just got back 82 cards from PSA. It's a good mixture of collection stuff and just some cards I was going to sell to recoup some of my grading fees. So I'm going with the theme in the background, as you can tell, of the Pedersen Platinum Preview. And yeah, in this order, I should have the remainder of the rainbow, unless there's a card I'm forgetting about. So that was really fun. Also, the most recent OPG was just released, and there was no Pedersen Platinum Preview card, so there's a chance that ends up being his only time on that checklist, which just makes it extra cool for me. But yeah, a lot of random stuff in here. So this first card is an Oliver Wahlstrom card, Arctic Freeze. That's got a 10. I ended up buying a nice lot on eBay a while back that had a lot of really nice Wahlstrom stuff in it, so there's a bunch of cool raw cards like this that I decided to grade. And yeah, I mean, he's injured, wasn't having that great of a year, but I think this guy still has upside. The Islanders are kind of a defensive team, so we'll see. A couple of years, maybe he breaks out. Here we got a Leon Draisaitl, PSA 10. This one with the top to bottom centering was definitely, could have been a 9, so pretty happy with that grade. Another Wahlstrom, this is the Orange Checkers, PSA 9. Kind of a color match. Those are numbered to 25. Here's a nice card. This is the Bobby Orr Retro Gold out of 2015 Platinum. The Retro Gold's just a nice set. There's a lot of like legends in it. There's Gretzky, Lemieux, Orr, and then there's guys like Crosby, Ovechkin, McDavid as a rookie card. So it'd be kind of a cool set to put together. So I'm sure this card has some value. Okay, next is a card I'm really excited about for my Vancouver Canuck collection. This is the 2000 Pacific Private Stock Henrik Sedin, Private Stock Titanium, I should say. Henrik Sedin True Rookie card. And it's got a PSA 7, which I expected a low grade because you can see this weird stuff happening on the surface that's not supposed to be there. But yeah, this is cool. I like how it says serial numbered, and it's a true card. It's not a parallel, and it's numbered to 99, so really rare. I think I paid like 50 US or something. I remember I didn't have to pay much for this and the Daniel. And it's funny because I would probably pay hundreds of dollars for this card if I had to. But for whatever reason, it's just not valuable. So I was able to get it for really cheap. So that's a really fun one for the collection. So yeah, the Daniel's in here somewhere. Looks like it's not next to Henrik in the submission order here. Well, I had it like that, but I guess they just returned it differently. All right, here's the first card for the Platinum Preview. That's one of the key parallels I was missing, and this got a PSA 10, so really, really nice. I should probably put this one in the background. I will, actually. But yeah, these are numbered to 15, so it's more rare than a regular Orange Checkers. And yeah, I just really like those. Let's get rid of the prism. Go like that. Next up, we got a SP Authentic Auto on card, Pavel Bure. This is probably his first SP Authentic autograph card. I mean, maybe he has one in 1997, but he doesn't have a sign of the times in that, so it would have to be like a dual auto or something. So I'm guessing this would be his first SP Authentic Auto as a solo card. And yeah, it's a cool card. There are jersey numbered parallels of these, so for Bure that would be numbered out of 10. I think I'm going to hold out and try and look for one of those, so I'll probably end up moving this. By the way, this weird line is on the PSA case. If that was on the card, that would be like PSA 5 probably. But yeah, nice auto on that one, so it's a decent copy. Alright, here we got Alex Ovechkin Violet Pixels. This is first year Violet Pixels, I think. Yeah, definitely, I don't think they had it in 2016. And these were not numbered. I don't think they were even numbered in 2018. Now I think in 2019 they were numbered to 399. Can't remember 2020 numbering, but it's probably something around there. But it's a nice looking parallel. I think purple is just a nice color on cards and really sparkly and cool, and yeah, interesting card. So that one will be available. Here's one from my Elias Pettersson True Rookie card collection. This is the SP card number 101. These are numbered to 1199. There is like a blue parallel of this, like foil, but it's not numbered, so I don't really know if it's more rare than the space card or not. and it's not really a desirable parallel, so I'm just going to stick with this base. And really happy to get a 10 there, because it's kind of a cheap card, so I don't want to have to waste 15-20 bucks trying to grade it in the future. Here's a Nick Suzuki Platinum Rookie PSA 10. Kind of surprised I even put this one in here, to be honest. I must have been like sure it was a 10, because yeah, definitely not worth grading that unless it'll get a 10. But nice rookie card. Very good young player. Here's Drake Batherson, Seismic Gold, mint 9 on that. Here's a pretty cool Pavel Bure, Topps Finest Silver Refractor, PSA 9. I really like the looks of this card, but I'm probably just going to sell it. Decided to be really sticky about my Bure collection, and just really, I don't want it to be like a quantity thing where I just have a bunch of cards. I just want the best, like rarest Pavel Bure cards. Well, the best in my opinion, I should say. But yeah, this one, I love the look of it, but it's just kind of a common card. And there's a gold version. Unfortunately, though, it's like this all-star jersey variation, which I don't like. Like, I think this picture is way better. So if there was a gold version with this photo, I'd probably collect that one. But yeah, either way, it's still a great-looking card. All right, here's the Daniel Sedin. Matching PSA 7s, even though this one looked way nicer. So hopefully the PSA grader just like decided to give them the same grade because they were twins. Like, that would be awesome. But yeah, this also numbered to 99, just like Henrik. Oh, I think the Henrik was number 13, so that's funny, because 31 is reversed 13. So yeah, I think the descriptions mention the twins as well, so it's just a really cool card. As like a Canuck fan, like I just kind of have a PC for like random Vancouver Canuck cards that I think are interesting, and yeah, the Sedins are just such key players for this franchise, so to have what I believe to be their best rookie cards graded, and yeah, it's great. I would upgrade if I could find higher grade ones, but I don't really care too much, so the 7s will do for now. Next we got an Igor Shesterkin Young Guns, PSA 9. This one bothers me a little bit, not because of the grade or anything, but I think PSA labeling it like this is just really foolish. They label this as 2019 SP Authentic, and then they put Upper Deck Update underneath, but realistically, this is not an SP Authentic card. This is an Upper Deck base card. It was inserted into SP Authentic, so like that's why they're doing that, but I think the label should describe the card, not the set that it was inserted into. So I would be really triggered by that if I was collecting Shesterkin. That would definitely bug me, but yeah, I think PSA is so inconsistent with like the way they label stuff. Like, I've seen the Eichel auto update from 2015. I've seen it labeled as 2015 SP Authentic, and I've seen it labeled as 2018 with the 2015 update. So yeah, that's one thing PSA definitely needs to get better at. All right, and here we got the Jack Hughes card number 201, which is pretty cool because there's like pretty big history of that card number being like the top prospect, first overall. Like Sidney Crosby was card number 201, Connor McDavid was card number 201. Jack Hughes, Rasmus Dahlin. I'm sure some of the weaker first picks also were card 201, but either way, I just think it's cool that they kind of stuck to that. So yeah, Jack Hughes, PSA 10. I'll probably end up moving that. He is having a really, really good season right now. All right, here's another Wahlstrom that came out of that lot. This is the pink auto. So yeah, if you're collecting Wahlstrom, these are all going to be available. So hit me up on IG, or else I might just throw these on eBay. We'll see. Bjorkstrand Seismic Gold PSA 10. I just auctioned one of these, and I think it was sold for like 20 bucks. So no respect for Bjorkstrand in the hobby, but fair enough. I mean, he played on Columbus and then went to an expansion team, so I'm sure there's not many people collecting. Plus, he's just like, you know, a third liner type of player. But I don't know. I just remember him scoring a ton of goals in junior, and I've just always liked him since then. Here's Pedersen SB Game Used. Base card numbered to the jersey, which is 40. And this is the most recent set. Would have been nice to get a 10, but you know, 9's fine. I have the rookie card in a 9, so I'll probably just look to collect 9 or better as far as this card. So just not too valuable of a card, just fun to collect. Here's a Wahlstrom again. This is just a really awesome looking one. Sub-Zero Auto, blue autograph they call it. but the effect, like, I don't know, it looks like a diamond or something. It looks really cool. They should use that on some other rare cards, I think. But yeah, 2019 across the board just had so many great designs. So yeah, if you collect someone from 2019, you are very lucky because there's a lot of really, really good designs from that year. But yeah, this is, I don't even know if this is numbered or anything. Yeah, I'm not even sure, but just such a nice looking card. Alright, here's the base card from Platinum Preview, and I actually am really happy this got a 10 because I only bought one of these, and it's like one of those cards that the shipping costs like $7 after taxes. Shipping is like $7 and the card's like $1. So those aren't always the easiest cards to find in high grade because sometimes they're just, you know, they weren't protected or whatever for obvious reasons, not valuable. So to get 10 first try is really nice, and I think it's cool just to compare like the absolute top parallel versus the base. It's kind of cool. It's the same card. This is the entry level. This is like the most like prestigious version of that card. So it's cool to have all of them. More Wallstrom here. This is the red retro. PSA 10. Here's one I probably shouldn't have bothered grading. I mean, if this is a guaranteed 10, I'm sure it'd be worth like $60 Canadian maybe. So for grading fees, like you'd make a profit, but not much of one. But for a 9, just not really worth it. Yeah, I don't know. It's got like this little line here, this little like refractor print line thing. So I'm sure it had no chance for a 10. All right, I have a ton of Vancouver Canuck Future Watch cards in this order because that's another set that I'm trying to collect. Just like a fun nostalgic thing for me. So yeah, Michael Grabner here. He was one of our better prospects back in the day, and yeah, he never really did anything for us. I think he had like a 40-goal season later after we like traded him or waived him or something. Like I can't remember, but it wasn't the best player. But actually, he was wearing Pettersson's number 40. I just realized. But yeah, we got a 10 on that, so that's cool. Not sure like if anyone's ever even graded one of those before. That might be pop one. Here's kind of a funny one, Sergei Shirokov. Back in the day, this guy was like, if you go on forums and stuff, people would be like kind of hyping this guy up like he was going to be some star player or whatever. And I actually looked him up today. His stats are actually pretty good, but in the KHL. So yeah, I think he played all the way up until like last year. So it's kind of funny. I like completely forgot about this guy, but now I have his Future Watch Auto PSA 10. So that also might be a pop one. Here's a Corey Schneider. That's a cool one to have. Non-auto, but still pretty cool. Here's a Guillaume Brisebois. PSA 10. Again, 2019 just has fantastic designs. Here's a Stützle Young Guns. Got a 10 on that. One of the hottest players this season. I mean, there's been a lot of breakout players like Tage Thompson, Jack Hughes, Pettersson. So lots of young talent in the NHL right now. But Stützle, I think this guy's legit. Like if I had to collect someone from 2020, it would definitely be Stützle. I think he has like the highest upside overall. Kaprizov, if he wasn't as old, obviously I would pick him, but he is already like in his prime ages basically. Like Kaprizov was the same draft year as Connor McDavid. McDavid has like 600 more points. And it's no fault of Kaprizov. It's just what happens if you miss a couple earlier years in the NHL. It's hard to catch up on the like the all-time points lists and stuff like that. But anyways, there's a PSA 10 Stützle. I got a lot of these young guns in a trade, so graded a few of them, so that'll add some value. Here's kind of a sad card, but an important one for the Vancouver Canuck Future Watch PC. This is the Luc Bourdon. His cards are actually kind of valuable. Like I sold my PSA 8 because I knew I had either a 9 or a 10 in this order, and it sold for like $70, which surprised me. Or maybe it was $60. Can't remember. But yeah, we got a 10 on this. Got a nice auto. He tragically passed away on a motorcycle accident, I think. Yeah, so he would have ended up being a really good NHL player, I think. So that's just sad for him. Here is I don't really remember this guy at all. Jan Save. I mean, kind of recognize the name, but can't remember much about him. Okay, here we got Frank Corrado, who I think is now broadcasting. It's a PSA 10. The 2013 SP Authentic set grades super easy. Like if you look up the McKinnons, most of them are PSA 10s. This is another funny one, Nikita Triumkin. This guy was supposed to be like our Zdeno Chara for us. He's like 6'7" or something, 6'8". Yeah, 6'7", 265. He was actually like an impressive skater. I saw him live once. I was like pretty impressed. But yeah, apparently he didn't like Vancouver, too much hippies or something. So I guess people were smoking weed and that bugged him. So he went back and yeah, he's in the KHL now. So I don't even think we have his rights anymore. But either way, I think this is a cool card. Here's an Alexander Grenier. Don't really remember anything about him. Here is a Nicholas Jensen. This guy was a first-round pick. So another bad draft pick by us that didn't turn out. Clendenning, 9. And here's a Patrick Colombe. This one did get an 8. It has like the blue around the border, but I'll just leave it as an 8. I don't really care. Just wanted it matching the rest. Alright, next is one I was looking for a while. This is the 2018 Platinum Shield for Pettersson. Well, it's like some Shield parallel. Not really a huge fan of this card because it doesn't really, like, it is shiny a little bit, but it's just not a great looking card. It's just completely black. You barely ever see the rainbow shine on it. But I don't know how rare these are, but I couldn't really find one. I've seen a few sell. I'm guessing there's like 25 of these, maybe 25, 30, maybe 15 of them. Like there's some low amount of these that were made, so it's a pretty tough one to find. But this was the last one I needed for 2018 to like officially have every single card. I had the whole like normal like checklist rainbow, like all the cards that were announced, but this was like an unannounced Easter egg kind of thing. But yeah, we got a 9 on it. I was hoping for a 10 just because all my other cards besides the 1 of 1 are 10s. So maybe I'll upgrade this eventually. And this easily could have got a 10. Like it's just the centering wasn't perfect. So I might even just try this one again because to me it was like 50-50 whether this would have got a 10 or 9. There is a 10 on eBay, but the guy just has it at some ridiculous like 2,500 US OBO or something, which like the card is not even worth 10% of that probably. So yeah, not gonna bother buying that for sure at that price. But anyways, we got this one now, so I officially have the full rainbow. Here's a Draisaitl Seismic Gold. Just had this lying around, so I figured I'd grade it and grade it high. Gonna be selling that. Here's a Wallstrom Canvas. I think there's 5 of these in this order, and they all got 10s. So yeah, the canvas cards, they're not very impressive in high grades. It's very easy. Like almost every canvas card I've ever owned is graded like Gem Mint. You'd really need it to have like a like corner ding, something like that, to not get a 10. Like they're just almost always perfect looking. And the other thing is I would never spend big money on like a black label 10 of a canvas card because it literally look identical to this. Like it's a perfect looking card. Like they all look like black labels to me. But I've seen people pay like crazy premiums for like you're basically buying the label at that point, which I think is pretty dumb, but I can kind of understand it a little bit. Here's a Wallstrom Retro Future Watch. Kind of sad this didn't get a 10 because these are really easy to grade, but 9 will do. There's a Ronald Kennens, another just random prospect for my Canuck Future Watch. Here's a Matthews, 3rd year Seismic Gold. This got a 9. Here's a Bobby Orr. This is like, I guess would be technically his first Seismic Gold, like base card. It's got a 10, so who knows? This card might be valuable. To me, cards like these aren't very valuable, but I know other people value them high. Like I saw the Gretzky sell for like $1,000 once. Which to me, I would never pay money like that for a 2018 Gretzky card. Like it would have to have like some, auto or game used. Like it has to have something on it if it's not from the playing years. So yeah, but still a cool card. Definitely a very nice looking card. And here's an SP Game Used base card of McDavid. I must have had like 10 of these, I swear, because I've graded a bunch of these. I've gotten I've gotten a few PSA 10s at least. I already have one in the collection, so this one I'll sell. Okay, here is another Pettersson. I think I had 2 of these. They both got 9s. This was a bit of a disappointment. Got a PSA 8. So I'll try to find a better copy. That's the second year card. Alright, here's one of the cards I was more excited about in this order. The Upper Deck Synergy True Rookie for Pettersson, numbered just out of 9, and this ended up getting a PSA 9. A 9 is what I had this pegged as, so I'm happy to get the grade that I thought it deserved. And I didn't really care about the grade. It's such a rare card. I've only ever seen one other one of these in like a Pettersson collector's PC. So yeah, it's just an ultra rare card. I think it's pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't really love the Synergy brand, like the logo, meh. The rookie numbering, I do like the holofoil. I think that's really nice. I think the acetate, the design and everything is nice, but just the whole Synergy brand is just kind of a weird brand. Like every year the set's completely different and stuff. Like there's not much continuity to it. So, but this is his rarest base rookie card, so it is a cool one to have for the collection. Okay, here's another similar type of card because it's like an acetate holofoil like hybrid, but this one I just love the way this one looks. The acetate just looks like a cracked glass window or something. Like it just looks so cool. The theme is like rookie breakout, so it's supposed to be like ice, I don't know, ice breaking, something like that. And they've been doing these for a while. I did have the McDavid, but I ended up selling it. I think they've done these since the Stamkos year. So I wanted this one for my kind of insert collection of Pettersson. And yeah, it's just such a cool looking card. So really, really like that one. Here's a Wahlstrom, a random rookie auto that was in the lot that I bought. That one got 9. Here's an interesting one. I decided to grade it. Not sure if that really adds any value at all. Probably not, but I thought it was a cool card, so put it in a slab. This is the Danny Heatley 2008 Ultra EX Credentials Red, and the way this set worked is the reds were numbered to the jersey, so you can see he's number 15, and this is the best copy because it's 15 of 15. And then the greens were 100, take away 15, or not 15, but take away the jersey number. So for Heatley, that was 85. But it was kind of made for an interesting dynamic because, for example, Luongo's in this set. So his red was numbered to 1, and then his green was numbered to 99. Sidney Crosby, I guess he would have been 87, right? So then his green would have been rare. There would be only 13 greens, and then 87 reds. So it's a really interesting way to do it. And I think it's cool because it's almost like the PMGs in a way. Like PMGs, there'd be 100 total, where there'd be 10 green, then 90 red. This is the same thing. Like there's 100 total of these, and then the way they divvied up which color they were was like based off the jersey. So really creative and really, really cool. And Heatley was a star player back in the day. So yeah, really like that one. Here's another Canvas Young Guns, another 10. Here's the Adam Gaudette Future Watch from 2018, which is the Pettersson year. The funny thing is when I pulled the Pettersson SP Authentic inscribed, I like sweated the card from this side, and then I read Canucks C, and the whole box was trash, and this was the last pack, so I was expecting like the hit to be in this pack. And as soon as I read Canucks C, I thought, oh my god, it has to be Pettersson. And sure enough, I didn't even know that Gaudette was in the set. So would have been, well, I knew it, but I forgot. So it would have been hilarious if I was like thinking I pulled Pettersson, then it was Gaudette. Yeah, that would have been quite the troll. But luckily for me, it was Pettersson. Here's a Zach McEwen from 2019, the Quinn Hughes year. Alright, and here's the best card in the order, and probably the card that I put as the clickbait. So if you randomly click this video, it's probably because this card was in the thumbnail, and really, who could blame you, because this is a sick looking card. So yeah, this is the Emerald Surge 2020 OPG Platinum, and it graded the PSA 10, which if you watched my mail day video when I got this, that is the grade I thought it was going to get. It did look like a 10, but it wasn't like 100% perfect on the surface or anything, so you never know. But yeah, I was really happy to get this one with the PSA 10 grade. And just pretty much as good of a OPG Platinum card as you're going to get for this year, unless you get the 101. I mean, you can't beat PSA 10 Emerald Surge. So that's a nice card. I'm trying to get as many of these as I can get from all the various years. So I think 2020 is kind of my favorite design-wise OPG Platinum year. So just really super happy to have this. Alright, here is a cool McDavid as well. This is the 2017 Black Rainbow Foil out of OPG. Now these are like kind of slept on cards, I think, because you can get them for very good prices, like how I got this. But basically these are, I think for the longest time, these were the rarest parallels in the OPG set. So yeah, just numbered to 100, and that's a set that they print a lot of. So to me, there's something about like getting the rarest parallel of a given set is just kind of cool. And with only 100 of them, there wasn't really other parallels for this year, I don't think. I'd have to double check, but I know now they actually have a couple parallels. Like there's more rare things. Like the 2022 OPG just came out today, and that one has a gold 1/1 parallel, which is completely new, I think. So, but yeah, back the first few years of McDavid's career, the blacks were out of 100, and that was as rare as it got. He has a rookie that goes out of 100. He has a 2016 Black Rainbow out of 100. He probably has a 2018, but I haven't seen one before. But yeah, this card I put like a $200 max snipe bid, and I ended up winning it for like $13 or something. So that's what I mean when it's like a slept on card. Like no one's even looking for these in their save searches or anything. But I think that it's a really cool card. So happy to have that one. Next up is another card from my Vancouver Canuck collection. This is a Roberto Luongo rookie. And Luongo is like a tough guy to find rookie cards for, just because of like the time when he came into the league, late 90s, early 2000s, like a weird time for hockey cards. So this was kind of the best card I could find where it has him pictured in his pro uniform. He has a Young Guns from 1999, but I don't consider any card a rookie if they're wearing like a junior jersey, which is what he's wearing in that, or it's like an AHL jersey. I'm not sure, but either way, it's definitely not his professional uniform like this card. So Topps Gold Label, it's kind of an interesting set. There's like different classes. So this is Class 1, which is like the base card, and there's like Class 2, Class 3, and then there's different parallels for the 3 different classes. So it's definitely a confusing one, but this is like the base card, and it's numbered to 100, or this is a parallel of the base card, I should say, numbered to 100. The only other parallel is a 1/1, so yeah, it's just a cool card. Again, I paid like $20 for this, but it's worth more than that to me. And yeah, I think Luongo is one of the best players in the history of the franchise that I watch. So happy to have this one in the PC. Didn't really care about the grade, just wanted it in a slab. All right, here's the most confusing grade of the order. This is the only one where I was like kind of just bummed because like it didn't deserve this bad of a grade. PSA 8. I thought this card would be a 9 or a 10. Like I don't remember anything really that wrong with it. I mean, maybe is that a scratch there? That could be it, maybe. But it doesn't have any of the refractor lines, which are a common problem with this. And this is like one of the rare copies that didn't have one of those. So I felt good about it. I think it has good centering too. So it's just a really nice eye appeal copy. And I think an 8 is yeah, way too rough on this. Like the corners and edges are all like flawless. So that's going to get cracked out. I think it at least deserves a 9. And I actually had a PSA 9, which is funny. I just sold it because I knew this card in this order would probably get a 9 or 10. And then sure enough, I ended up getting an 8. But, oh well. Okay, next up, another SP Authentic Canuck Future Watch card. Another kind of sad one with Rick Rippon, who also passed away. This got an 8. I had 2 of these, and the other one got a 10. So that's a key one I needed for the collection. I am looking for the black parallel out of 100. So if anyone has one of those, by off chance, I would trade this PSA 10 for the black out of 100. You know, even if it's raw or lower grade or whatever. So just throwing that out there. But yeah, that is a card I'm looking for. But either way, rest in peace to Rick Rippon. Here's a cool 90s card, 1996 Black Diamond, which is kind of a famous set for the Joe Thornton quote-unquote rookie. I don't consider it a rookie because Thornton's rookie season was 1997, but the one player who actually has a rookie in that set is Iginla, because his rookie season was 1996. So I think this is like a really slept on card because of that. And this is the gold parallel, which is a stated print run of 50. I'm generally not a fan of stated print runs. I think serial numbered cards are way better because you don't have to worry about backdoored copies or like any fraudulent stuff. But this got an 8, which is a pretty high grade for these really condition sensitive foily cards. But yeah, that's just a really cool Iggy. Yeah, this next card was a really cool hit. This is the 1998 Topps Finest Jaromir Jagr Refractor. So I bought this on eBay, maybe 40 or 50 bucks, can't remember, but it had the peel on it, the refractor coating or whatever, and I hate that. Like I hate the way it looks, and it was obviously meant to be peeled. That's why it says peel on it, like it's literally telling you to peel it off. So I peeled this, of course, and it was in like pristine condition because the peel worked and kept the surface perfect, and I ended up getting a 10. So pretty exciting there. I think this is such an awesome set and great looking set. My only complaint is there's not really parallels of this. There's like a no protector parallel, but it's just the exact same card, but didn't come with the peel on it. I think the back's slightly different looking, like shinier or something. But it would have been so much cooler to have like a gold refractor numbered to like 50 or 25 or something. Like that would be absolutely sick. But I love the photo on this one, that old Penguins jersey. Just a really nice card. So I'm not collecting Jagr, so it's available. If someone wants a really nice Jagr card, hit me up. Here's a Connor McDavid Red Prism PSA 9 out of 2020 Platinum. Here's a Beret, just a base card that I thought was nice looking, the Donruss Preferred. This copy is quite a bit off-centered, kind of a lower eye appeal one. It's another card that doesn't really have like a number. If this had a serial numbered parallel, it would be one of the Berets high on my list, but it doesn't, unfortunately. It's just a pretty common card, but I really like the way it looks. Here we got a Steven Stamkos Young Guns. That's PSA 9. So a pretty important card, first overall pick. He's got over 500 goals, over 1,000 points, had a 60-goal season, and he's won 2 cups. So naturally his hobby prices are barely anything because that's just how the hobby works, I guess. But yeah, he's had a great career, so Stamkos, I think, is a very collectible player. Here's another one of those canvas cards. Here's a J-Rob PSA 9. Another young player is having a really good year. Here's another Wallstrom canvas. Here's another one that, this was the other card I was a little bit disappointed with the grade. Tage Thompson, Mint 9, Seismic Gold. This one I thought deserved a 10. It was just, the surface and everything was completely flawless on it. It's just, I don't know, top to bottom centering maybe. But this is a card with weird centering, which means you can't really notice as easily if it's off-centered. So I think it deserved a 10. I mean, it just looked really, really good. And I've obviously graded a ton of these cards, so I have a good frame of reference of like what most 10s look like. So I don't know what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to crack it, try to grade it again. Like I know it'd sell for a lot more in a 10, but also he's having a really good year and he's like hotter right now, so I don't exactly know, but I will end up selling this because it's a sick card, but I'm just really sticking to my main collection, not trying to collect too much random dudes. But yeah, that's a sick one. And another grade that surprised me, but when I was looking at this earlier, I noticed that little like slash that you can see in the light there. That's actually on the card, and well, it looks like it's on the card at least. And I don't remember seeing that, so I feel like I would have remembered because that's like a pretty significant flaw. So I remember thinking like, oh, this should get an 8 or sorry, a 9 or a 10. So I don't know what happened. Something weird. Just I don't know. No idea. But anyways, I got an 8, which is probably fair given what the back looks like. Here's a Mint 9 Ovi, first year Platinum Red Prism. It's a nice one. Wallstrom Base Rookie Auto, PSA 10. Orange Checkers Pedersen, this is the second one of these that I have, and both of them are horribly off-center. And I'm kind of surprised to see Sebring go to 9, because of like look how much thicker that is versus that. And that's just, I don't know, that just kills the eye appeal to me. Like, that's just too off-centered, so I'll end up selling this one. I think my other copy's not much better, but yeah, I need to get a better version of this card. Also, I'm looking for the 2019 Pedersen. I need the orange checkers. I need the Emerald Surge. I've never really seen those. I don't know why those just have never really popped up. So, if someone has those available, let me know. Here's a cool card. This is the 2020 Metal Universe Retro Purple Spectrum. PSA 8, which is a pretty high grade for these. These are pretty condition sensitive. This is the card that they have the PMG parallels of. So there's a red PMG, there's a green PMG. Red's to 90, green is to 10, and then the gold 1 of 1, and then there's the purple out of 199, and then I think that was it. I don't think there's any other versions. And this one's obviously not a PMG because it doesn't have the wording on it. Sometimes if people sell these, they'll advertise it as a PMG, which is just false. But the cool thing about the purple one is you actually see like the artwork and stuff in the background, whereas the PMGs, the foil just like completely blows everything up. Like you just see shiny foil. You don't see the nice designs that they put in the back. So I actually think the purple is really nice looking. So it's definitely a cool card. And here's a McDavid Cosmic Mint 9. I've graded a bunch of these and they've all gotten 9s, and I think I got an 8 once. So I'm still looking for a PSA 10, and I bought another one that showed up today, and it looked really good and everything, and then of course I see some scratches, so that'll probably also get a PSA 9. So yeah, I might just have to buy a 10 eventually. Like there was one on an auction, but just bought so many raw ones hoping to get a 10, but it's just probably not going to happen. Here's a card for one of my kind of random PCs. I don't really actively look to add to it, but sometimes if I see one pop up, I'll grab it. Just like some fantasy players, Cracked Ice Contenders rookie cards, because yeah, these are really nice cards, I think, and this one was like $40. David Johnson was a total beast for like a season and a half, and yeah, if I was collecting an NFL player, like modern card, this would be like one of the grail cards for me. Would be the Contenders Cracked Ice. These, the gold prisms out of Prism, obviously. National Treasures, like those are like kind of like 3 like best cards in my opinion, but I don't follow it as close as I do with the hockey stuff. But yeah, really like the way those look. And here is, I think, the last parallel for the Platinum Preview. This is the pink. Actually, yeah, no, there is a Violet Pixels, which I think I have that one in a box somewhere. I'll have to see if I have all of them. Maybe I'm missing the Violet Pixels still, but this got an 8 sadly, which was fair because it had some scratches. Again, like with the low end cards, it's kind of hard to get them in high grade because they didn't bother putting this in a sleeve or anything because it's just kind of a random card. But yeah, I'll see if I can get a 9 or something eventually. But obviously my Emerald Surge there is also an 8, so it's not the end of the world. All right, here's a Wallstrom Rookie Portraits Gold. That got a 9. And here's kind of a cool one here, Platinum Blue Portrait out of 25. That got a PSA 10. Got a Cole Caulfield, got a 9. And we got a Zegras, also got a 9. Kind of like this design actually for this Young Guns. The most recent design I think looks terrible. It's like barely any foil or anything like that. Like the high gloss and exclusives don't look as nice, but this one they have a lot of foil, so like I'm sure the high gloss is like really nice looking on these. This next card is super nice looking one. This came in that lot of Wallstroms, and again 2019 just had so many cool designs. Check this card out. Sub-Zero Gold, numbered to 24. So really sick looking card. I really like that. I do have a Sub-Zero Gold Pedersen. But yeah, the 2018 is like nowhere as nice as this one. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then we'll end it here with this Laffy PSA 9 base card. This is kind of a funny card because it was like the hottest card there for a minute when Upper Deck Series 1 first came out. And I was thinking about it, since they put this in a pack before he even played in the NHL, like what if he had like a career-ending injury or something, like in the preseason? Then literally he would have had this card. It was already released Like, I don't know. Or was it released before the season? I think it was. So yeah, that just would have been weird. Like, it's just there's a reason they don't put the guys in the product before they play, but they must have had like a special exemption or whatever because of the pandemic and all that. But yeah, it's an important card actually. I think even if he ends up being a bust, which so far, I mean, it's hard to say. He's not a bust in the sense that he's like a decent player, but he's nowhere near what he was hyped up to be. Like, if you go watch that draft class, they're talking about him with Crosby like every other sentence. And he did have sick junior stats, so I mean, it was probably warranted hype, but yeah, it's not been that impressive to me so far. So anyways, there's that one. Hopefully you guys liked the video. And yeah, thanks for watching. Some of these will be for sale on my eBay. If you see a card you're interested in, you can message me on IG. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Peace.